Good afternoon, actually. Good afternoon, actually. Let's just set that. Hopefully, there's people about. I know, I apologise. I'm consistent with times of the day or days of the week when I go live. It's kind of a bit of a roulette. It's a Shastarini roulette, whether I'm going to pop up on YouTube or not. So, never know if anybody's going to be about. But I have stuff to talk about. Just nice life stuff. Been away for the weekend, and so here I am. Oh, also, I'm going to share a few of my sales this weekend. Some bits from charity shops, which has been refreshing. Good morning, Leanne. Afternoon, Leanne, Crispy. Andrea, so I couldn't get that out. I was reading My Vintage House by the Sea. Heather, lovely to see you as well at the meetup. Yeah, of course. So been away to Ramsgate for meetup that Nick and Andrea organised. Full on weekend, really, really good, and lots of highlights. One of a shocking thing for me was that, because I've been having stomach problems, I was like, right, well, I won't be able to drink. Which for me, if you've been anywhere with me, then you know that I'm a drinker. And I've got some miracle tablets the doctor's given me. Omeprazole or something. Omeprazole. Anyway, they are like a miracle. My brother said they're like a miracle, and I managed to have one small glass of red wine, which I thoroughly enjoyed, with lots of water. Which, if you'd have said, "Oh, you're going to go away to a meetup, everyone's going to be boozing. Most people will be boozing the whole weekend. You're going to be in a spoons. You're going to have small glass of wine." Well, no, I ain't. Like, I would have been. And yeah, I was surprised on a Friday. I had no wine or anything. I was like, this is weird, because I'm all right, actually. I've had a good time. I know that sounds pathetic. You can have a good time if you're not drinking, Oh, fuck. Well, anyway, I did. So I'm not turning into a teetotaler. I'm hoping these bad boys, at least, well, unless they can find out what's causing stomach aches, at least will allow me to have, it might be a blessing in disguise, a glass of wine. It was so enjoyable. So enjoyable. And I suppose things are, when you've only got a little bit of it and not a lot of it, you savour it a bit more. Anyway, who else is in? Funky Neil, sorry not to see you this weekend. Do you usually come when it's in Hitchin, because you're Hitchin way? Catherine, hello. Oi, Pete, how are you? Funky Neil, gutted to have missed the meetup, and you lovely lot. I knew it was on and had the best intentions of going, but completely forgot. You know, Anna. Yes. Oh, yeah. Leanne just saying, hope you've recovered, to Andrea. And I said on their live last night, you two are hardcore, because not only, obviously I was socialising, but they were full on socialising, do you know what I mean? Because they're hosting and they've got to talk to everybody. And also they stayed out later than me. They were boozing more than me. They had less sleep than me, and they still went live last night. I think hats off to you, Andrew, because that's something I could not do. I could not do that. I would have, I watched you from my bed. So yeah, could not have done that. Yeah, Ramsgate. Yeah, it was so really good turnout. I'll just say some things about Ramsgate and then I'll go on to my other stuff. But I was really chuffed that it was a really good turnout. So we didn't, none of us knew how many people would turn up, given it's a different location. It might be further for people, but great turnout. So out Friday night, all of Saturday and breakfast Sunday in the Spoons. Got to go and see Andrea and Nick's lovely house on Friday night and see the Tack Cave, which is enormous. When I see it on screen, it feels like it's kind of a wall behind, but that's actually a whole room behind. I hadn't realised. So actually, when you had Tom and Terry there, I was like, oh, hang on, that's bigger than I thought it was when they were going around. So that was just really interesting to see. What else did I get to? Yeah, went thrifting on Saturday morning. I bought a little Winnie the Pooh backpack for Connie because she likes that for festivals. Incredible, given there were a load of resellers there going around charity shops. I found a jelly cat, given the loads of resellers have been in that shop. It's a medium Bartholomew bear, I believe. He was £2.50. You can't not buy a jelly cat for £2.50. So I've put them on Vinted this morning for 20. I had 4 offers immediately for 16, and I've sent out offers of 18. So we'll see. But I mean, profit. So that's lovely. And then, yeah, we stayed in a travel lodge. We went Spoons after thrifting. Oh no, we got lunch because I'm on this, sorry, ailments talk. Leslie, I apologise, but because I was having these stomach things that I was saying to you, what the hell is going on? This is an age thing. And thank you, actually, everybody that came back to me. I had loads of comments, people saying, yeah, after 40, I had to do gluten-free, dairy-free, or after 50. And I guess, yeah, in a way, whatever it is that's happening, your bodies are going enough, whatever it causes. So, yes, anyway, I saw the doctor last week, which was meant to be something else. So I was like, scrap that. What's going on here? So he's given me that Misoprostol, and where am I going with this? Oh yeah, so he's told me to follow a gallstone diet, which is very low fat, and low sugar, meant to be 0 alcohol, small meals, and oh god, so it's not like me. I mean, literally, I bought a melon, and I was eating melon for breakfast and snacks. I've been eating, I know that they've got bits in it that people wouldn't recommend, like as in additives, but I'm eating a lot of Snacker Jacks, rice cakes, the flake, because I've got such a sweet tooth, which is probably why I'm in this position. So the chocolate chip and the caramels, they are good. But smash that down, it's probably in a million bits now. But, so obviously no chocolate, no crisps, nothing that I would usually. I don't normally reach for crisps, but chocolate. That, in fact, I've not found, and I'm shocked by this as well, because a lot of people say this, they couldn't give up cheese and chocolate. Some people that say they would, go vegan, but for the cheese and chocolate, I've said it. But I was surprised myself. I think I might have said on the last time that because cheese was making me vomit, I've given up cheese. Cheese is gone, and I'm not even bothered, which I'm shocked by. Because if I have pasta, I'm like, yeah, I love it, but you better have a cheese slick on the top. So, but chocolate is a different story. That has hurt me. That's hurt me in here. It's hurt me. And in fact, actually, I did one day. I tried to have I just fell off the wagon and had some lint balls, and then I got pains. But that was before I was on the Misoprostol. So I'm going to be sort of testing. I'm going to carry on with the small meals and it's low fat and everything as the doctor advised, but see if I could have, some little bit of chocolate or something to keep my sanity. And if I can, then I can do it. I think. Anyway, sorry, I had to get offload that. Is there anybody else coming in that I've not said hello to? RJ, hello. Neil, ironically, Mrs. Neil is off to Ramsgate for a girly weekend this week. She won't forget because she's an organised girl. Oh, yes. Lex, yes, Lex threw a basket of freaking deep fried halloumi at me one day. Thank you so much, Lex. No, I can't eat that. She's a minx, Lex. You again, yes. By the way, you don't have to watch. Catkin Lane, hello. I think, have I caught up? Yes. So you're welcome. Yeah. So what else did I go to? I went thrifting. We went. Went down. Oh yeah, and then we had lunch from. That's why I was talking about that. Got like a Waitrose meal deal because I could look at all the things and see what was low fat. So I had like sushi and strawberries, and we sat. Like we were in a travel lodge, but it was literally opposite the harbour, and it was so scenic. So yeah, sat and had like Waitrose meal deal because everything pretty much, most of everything on the Wetherspoons menu is fried or fat or, so I can't do that. So, oh, hello. Oh, that was a little blue tit. Just on they used to do that at Lady Jane Court. I said, what are they doing? Because they'd be on a tree opposite the front window, kitchen window at the front. And at one point, they kept smashing into the doors. I said, what are they doing? Because they seem to be going into the brickwork. So I don't know what they're finding there. But there was a little blue tip just there. And, sorry, this is off track, but somebody sent me a picture of a load of, was it seagulls? Something. They were all eating the side of this barn. And apparently it's because they needed some of the minerals that were in the, that bit that goes between the bricks or something. So I wonder if that's what the blue tits are up to when they come to the bricks, if they need some kind of mineral that's in cement or something. Anyway, that was lush. Yes, and then, went spoons and then went for a lovely walk along the beach. That's the Spoons is amazing. Sorry if everybody was there and already knows about this, but biggest spoons in the UK. And, there's a terrace up there, which must be unbelievable in the summer. It's right on the beach, huge windows. So you can see the sea. Like, so when we went on the night and it was dark, I didn't even realise you could see the sea like that. So I was really impressed and definitely coming back. Also, because I've got some sightseeing to do on my list. And then obviously, caught up with loads of people, met some new people. Lovely to see everybody and meet new people as well. Tara brought games. That was it. That we were playing like drawing games. So I said, right, it's definitely, it feels like Christmas now because when you're indoors for hours at Christmas, just drinking, eating, and it's warm and you're socializing, and then the games come out. It was like Christmas. I really, really like that. What was going on? Catkin Lane, do you like marshmallows? They are low fat and solved sugar. Oh, solved sugar cravings when I was in the low fat. Oh, you did low fat gallbladder diet. Tell me, did you have to have your gallbladder removed? Message me actually and let me know if you, and what, any tips on managing it. Marshmallows, I'm not desperately. I have one or two. I'm not really. What's Heather done? Would be great for a summer meetup. Totally. I said to Andrew, I said, you'll just come down to Spoons one day and we'll all be out the front, just on the beach laying. Like, oh, we've come for a meetup. We've come to visit. Dawn Lovejoy, hello. That's cute. I have house sparrows nesting in my eaves every year. Oh, yeah. See, that is something. I really like the hubbub of living close to everything. And my flat is, right on a road, lots of terraced houses. There's always stuff, there's stuff going on. There's noise out there in life. And here it overlooks the green of a girls' school. So they're often out there playing jolly hockey sticks, whatever they're up to. But the trees, I was out in the summer once when it was getting dusk and there was a bat came really close to us because we're second floor. I thought, oh my God, it's a bat, although actually Molly did bring a live bat in at Westfield. So we had bats. but yeah, I missed the birds and the squirrels that we had at Lady Jane Court because they're all in the garden. So I'm looking forward to that. Andrew, it looks like a summer meetup will have to happen. I'm thinking it might have to because it would be lush, wouldn't it? And we can come back to the town as well. Goodies and post. See you later, Heather. Yeah, absolutely lovely. And yeah, chat to lots of people. I was Leslie. Oh gosh, poor Leslie did vintage. I feel like shouldn't technically have had the longest journey home, but it seemed like she did because she was still on the train. She had train problems, as she always do on a Sunday, going back up north. So I hope you're not too trashed today, but really enjoy your pearls of wisdom. Leslie just has so much calm advice on everything. It feels like me and Catherine were like, oh, really? Like, so one of the things I've got to pass on was, oh yeah, that's right, because I discovered, Catherine, you're like me, like wanting to change things up. I think move. Like I love moving, like to a new place. And Leslie said to us that she used to be like that, and she decided to make the place she's in the best possible, so that you're not always seeking something better, I guess. I think we were both like, oh, I hadn't considered that, and that's really food for thought for somebody like me that's always looking ahead. I don't know why. I find it hard to just, although I'm enjoying, but then people point out here at the moment is a novelty, like being able to have that lovely view is still a novelty at the moment. And I know I do get bored of things. And then when we were down at Ramsgate and there's some flats they're building, I went, oh, if there wasn't stamp duty, just imagine we could go and live there for 2 years opposite that sea. Wouldn't that be amazing? And then we could go somewhere else. Even before the idea of even buying it, moving in, I've already moved us out somewhere else after that. It's ridiculous. So, yes. And does that bring me on to something I suddenly decided I wanted to talk about? Yeah, definitely, Catherine. And I was writing this down. This is a bit along the kind of when I used to talk about minimalist stuff. And yeah, I just suddenly thought about this, and it's about taking stuff away. And you've probably heard people talk about sometimes it's not, like stuff you're adding, it's what you take away that helps, which gives me some kind of peace, to be honest, because when you always have to add something, you're always kind of yearning for something. Oh, I need to get this to be happy, or I need to get that, and then it'll be okay. But if you think, no, I've got enough now, what I actually need to do is take some stuff away. I find some peace in that. It's quite settling. And it made me, because I just started thinking about how, like, this low fat gallbladder diet is, it feels like it's taking stuff away. It's like, have less fat, have less sugar, have smaller portions, which is better for me anyway, because I like to kind of snack. I'd much rather have, I was thinking 5 mini meals a day. Could I limit myself to 5? No, I just like snacking. To be honest, I would just snack what I do from morning to night. But then when I have to have a meal in the evening, it kind of pisses me off because it just bloats me, because I just like to be topped up, like sort of constantly, to be honest. So yeah, like taking away big meals, taking away fat, taking away sugar as much as possible. It's like, yeah, that's all about taking stuff away. Same with the booze. Like for my whole life, really, ever since I started drinking, I've wanted to reduce the amount that I drink. I don't mind, like, if it's just a glass of an evening, like, Tuesday night, whatever, that's fine. But the binge drinking, meet up with people, and everyone knows, just get absolutely overexcited, trolleyed. And I'd love to be able to reduce that without, I don't know what I'm saying there, but I'd love to takes some of the drinks away, so I don't have such a stinking hangover. And stuff, I've always talked about, stuff literally gets under my skin. That's the only thing I can say, like I've said for years, it's getting under my skin because it's just so much, I don't know, that you're looking at or have to tidy or clean or clear up, and then I'm just like, oh, just put it all in the bin. When you've got space, I find it much, much freer. You are just getting the thoughts in my head from this morning, so yeah, you've probably heard it before, but I need to say it again. And listings, I'm operating on like 70 odd eBay listings and about 20 vintage, and it does make everything easier. If you can do that and turn it over, you're less likely to lose stuff. It's easier to find stuff that's dropped off. It's less storage. It's definitely easier to manage. And what was the last thing? Clothes. So I've said this before, and Catherine reminded me because she said, do you still try and do a minimalist wardrobe? And I said, well, I'm definitely trying not to buy new, which I guess with most things I do anyway, try not to buy new. And it helps that I've got 2 daughters that I can borrow clothes if, like there's something that I wouldn't need. Like I went to a Christmas do and I could borrow a sequin dress off Connie because I don't need to have that in my wardrobe then. I could just have like my everyday clothes, and if I need something special, I can go and see what they've got. But like in the morning, if I've only got a choice of, well, do you want that t-shirt or that t-shirt? Oh, right, okay. It just makes it's so much easier for me because it's like choice overwhelm all the time. Like I've always said, I hate going to big supermarkets. I'd rather go to a smaller one, and I will pay more for any of that stuff. I will pay more to have decisions taken away from me because it's easier for my mind. I think it's making decisions constantly, and if I can take some away, I will pay for that. That's value to me, and I will pay for that. So yeah, I was just thinking about that, about taking stuff away. It gives me a lot of peace. And I've been doing a lot of free cycling here, obviously, and also I got very overwhelmed by the amount of stuff we had. So we're not finished, but just wanted to talk about that. I don't know, let me know. Do you like that idea? It's quite a minimal idea, but it just gives me some peace of thinking, no, you don't need to go chasing after anything else. You've got what you need. And in fact, you can get rid of some stuff and then you space. I like that. I mean, that's always appealed to me. Oh, Leslie, hey, I was just saying about your awful journey. Lovely meetup. I'm so knackered. Yeah. And I just talked about one of your pearls of wisdoms. So if you didn't catch it, then rewind. Yeah, what time did you get back? Pure Vintage, hello. Late to the party as usual. I'm sorry, it's because I don't advertise that I'm going to pop up. About 10 p.m. I reckon I was literally going to sleep then. Even today, I am like, I think that's just where I am now. I said, Tommy, you're really achy, like, and your body went, no. I was like, oh. I was like, what's that? Is that social battery, or is that just, mind you, there's a lot of rain and that all gets in my bones anyway, but well worth it. It was brilliant. Crumbs. Oh, crumbs about the time back. Andrew, meant to be in an exclamation mark, not question mark. Dawn, have you tried hypnotherapy? Yeah, we were talking about that the weekend. I did years ago for something, and it just, I don't think I'm receptive to it, annoyingly. It does work after a couple of sessions. My partner is a clinical hypnotherapist. I mean, maybe it would, yeah, I think you've got to have be receptive in the right way for it. And I wanted it to work, but it didn't. Andrew, I'm totally with you on the taking away. James inspired us talking about subtracting to add. Oh, James Hall Farms, was it? Yeah, because he's changed his strategy. Or is he doing less? That I need to watch. I watched some of his walking to the parcel shop videos. We've talked about it a lot recently. Yes. Oh, I wonder if he's done a video on that in particular. I'll have to have a look. yeah, I'm really enjoying Tom and Terry's videos at the moment. Literally didn't know about them until they were on your channel, so that was great. Thank you. And I'm watching Romany Pirates, who are this couple who go, they're like van lifers, but they're in a cottage. They bought a weaver's, I think it was a weaver's cottage, really old cottage, and they let that out as Airbnb. And actually, you might enjoy having a look at, there must be a tour of their cottage, Andrea, and I know because you were sort of interested in Airbnb. Have a look at them, Romany Pirates, because their cottage is beautiful. They've done the lounge as it would be when it was, I think it was a weaver's cottage, but back when it was built. And they've got things, when they reclaimed the fireplace that were, I didn't know, but people used to put coins in fireplaces when they were building them and things like that. And they've kept those, and, a bit of newspapers and then, but it's very period downstairs. And then they said they couldn't really do that in the bedrooms because it would have just been a steel bed. So they've done it as 40s in the bedrooms. And just, so they've collected a lot of stuff. It's like staying in a museum, lots of vintage stuff to be in there. So you can go and you have to have a watch, because I'm really fascinated by that. Dawn Lovejoy, absolutely, hypnotherapy doesn't work for everyone. Yeah, I feel like I'm too skeptical, even though I want it to work. Some things you just got, I don't know, just not receptive. Sometimes it works too that well. A few times my partner has nearly hypnotized himself during a session. Oh my word. God, that would be funny. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's worth a look. And so I've witted on for a long time. Just to catch up on sales, I'll show a few bits going out. January, oh, thank God. The meetup was lovely, but in terms of sales, I look back and I saw that January last year was low, but I had just like multiple days in a row of no sales days. It was really harsh. And so I'd paid out a lot of money on plumbing for the flat. It was just like a double whammy. Just kept looking at the QuickBooks and going, oh God, it's just horrendous. Like a big negative on the month. So February is already off to a blinding start, and I couldn't wait for people to get paid. And because of the problems on Vinted at the moment, if you haven't heard, if you're using any kind of cross-listing software or anything, bots on Vinted are picking them up. A lot of like 3-day, 7-day bans being handed out. So I didn't want to use anything like Vintex, seller aided, cross list. So I've got hardly anything on Vinted anyway. So over the weekend there were like 0 sales. And then last night, when people have been testing, it said, no, it looks safe to repost now on Vinted with Vintex. I reposted what I had on there and got sales. So I was happy about that. But otherwise, had a good clump of sales on eBay. I think I had 8 maybe altogether. Not all of these meet it, but incredibly, I'm kind of aiming on eBay for a £30 profit now on things, and I may pay 20 to 30 on the item and then double my money. So, and that's working for me. I'm happy with that. So yeah, already February off to a better start. I'm going to show you 4 bits that I feel like sharing. Afternoon, Rosie. How are you? You can tell it was post-Christmas payday this weekend. Oh my God. Yeah. Like people were like, I can buy again. It's been a nightmare. Dawn, sales really slow for me too, although Vestia Collective doing well for sales. Oh, that's good. So that'll be some juicy sales then. Dawn, £30 is my minimum profit margin too. See, because well, I've been doing all sorts over the years. Like, God, I've had really small profit margins. So I've not had this markup before. And I definitely will be at the boots, because I've discovered, as I'll show you a couple of bits, I've really enjoyed going charity shopping, and like that bear. It's obviously it's not £30 profit, but it's the joy, isn't it, of finding something that makes you profit. So definitely will be. I'm still going to charity shops, but it's not. I can't rely on it. So, and it'll be the same with the boots. So four bits. So one is, where has it gone? You've seen these before, but just to reiterate, it's a Wentworth, and you know that I buy these. I buy them because we like doing them, and it's quite a good calming thing for me as well. But I always buy them with a view of buying at a price that I know when I sell it, I'll make a profit as well. Not like a £30 profit maybe, but it's quite nice. I do the puzzle, I enjoy it, and I make a profit at the end of it. So it's like a couple of little dopamine hits. I don't know what I paid for this, but I know that there'll be a profit because I sold it for £58.50. So happy with that. What else I got? So I went sourcing with Sarah Wood, Sarah Resells, and Joe Magpie's Nest. And one of the things I picked up, I think I might have shown you this, was this Lush wool waistcoat by Cordings. It's only a size 8. I don't know if you can see that. It was £12, and that got relisted on Vinted last night, and somebody offered me £48.60. I was like, yeah, all right. Right, so very happy with that, and it was found in a charity shop, so that pleases me. Just a little one, also found in a charity shop. My nan used to call this Nina Ricci, but I think is it Nina Ricci? Lair du Temps, there we go. It's got a special price. I feel like, that's either an airport or John Lewis, isn't it? £14.95 special purchase. I'll show you the bottle. I think I paid, so it's only a little profit, but it's just joy. I think I paid £3 or £4.99, and it sold for 20. I'll show you that's the bottle. But yeah, I would love to pick up more kind of vintage perfumes, but yeah, as I see stuff, it's just fun to find stuff like that. And yeah, the last bit. So this was actually a vintage purchase and sold on eBay. But I love this brand because it's a lager nut brand, and it's like a little bit, I don't know, like abstract stuff, really freaking oversized, which I love, and it's Ralston. So this is a Ralston XL. I'll show you it. See what I mean? It has got, look at that. It's got abstract pattern thingies. Well, that's the Ralston I like to pick up anyway. That's, the back, Lush. I listed it last week. I paid £26.95. So if you're like me, you might be going, ooh, like that's a high cost of goods. I know, especially for you, Leslie, buys something for halfpenny and sells it for £200. Paid £26.95, delivered, and sold for £60. So I think over the weekend, yeah. So I'm quite with that. That's, nice quick turnover. Yeah, so that's it. Oh, Catherine, Lair du Temps was my first posh perfume. Yeah. My nan had that, and what else did she have? Rive Gauche, that blue and black one. I think my aunt wears now. But she reminds me of my nan. Love that, gorgeous. Is that the Ralston? Yeah, I'd see that would actually, obviously that's not my size, but I love the lager nut stuff. I've got to be a bit careful that I don't look like an Oompa Loompa because I'm quite short, so get drowned. Gonna wrap it up there. I just had lots of stuff to offload. I don't know what I'm doing here. So anyway, if you're watching back, please comment. Lots of helpful comments last time. Oh yeah, if anybody has yeah, tips for gallbladder diets, let me know. That doesn't involve somebody throwing halloumi you can't eat at you. Yeah, comment on anything that I've just been wittering on about, because that's why I'm on here, is to connect and get people that was actually interested in what I'm saying, their opinion on stuff, because I could talk to Tom about this shit and Connie will just talk over me and I'll talk, and I'm like, that's fine because we both get it off our chests, but I can talk to Tom about that stuff and he's not interested. Yes, again, you're welcome. Yeah, thanks, Lex. Yeah, look forward to the summer one. Right, I'll leave it there. Have a good afternoon. Have a good week. I'll see you soon. Thanks for the thumbs up.